Welcome to another high school football Friday here in the Triad. John Johnson alongside my partner, looking rather snazzy, Chanel Porter. Chanel, it's the penultimate week of the high school football season, and it's now or never for a lot of programs.
Well, you look snazzy as well.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course, but our Western schools have an additional third week to finish their season. Most teams in our area, just 2 weeks left of football.
Yeah, speaking of 2 weeks, East Forsyth is 2 weeks away from securing the Central Piedmont Conference title. With a win over Glenn tonight, the Eagles would remain unbeaten and secure at least a share of the regular season title. It's senior night at Glenn, the last home game of the year. Opening possession of the ball game, East is going to strike from 7 yards out. They'll hand it off to Kanan Rottweiler. He's in for the score. Eagles lead 7-0. Bobcats trying to respond. Quarterback Brady Robinson is pressured in the backfield, and he's taken down by Kmar Pouncey. Glenn would be forced to punt as East takes over on offense once again. Head coach Todd Willard, all smiles, and here's something else to smile about on a Friday. Sticking with the run game, 3rd and 6. Elijah Edwards is smelling pay dirt. East never turns back, winning big, 49-6 the final.
It's the annual Battle for the Bell Friday night between Reagan and Tabor. The Spartans are on the drive to start. Hand off to Zion Thompson, who bulldozes his way in for the early score. Tabor is back with it. Lane Albright looking for a man downfield, but the pass is picked off. Antonio Kelly Jr. with the INT in the open field in front of him. He's up the sideline and knocked out of bounds inside the 5. Setting up the quarterback keeper. It's a push in from the 1. Brenner Pridgeon is in for the score to tie things up at 7. Snook Peterkin taking over the Spartan offense and driving him down the field. He finds Jadon Blair over the middle, and Tabor goes on to get the win, 29-13.
Shout out the new guy Terrace for those highlights. Good stuff. For Northwest Guilford and Southeast Guilford, the chances of winning the Metro Conference regular season title is going to come down to 2 things: winning out and getting a little bit of help. Tied 3-2 in conference play, the Vikings and the Falcons meeting in a game where something has to give. It's our high school playbook game of the week. Our Chris Peterson's going to lead the coverage.
The Southeast Guilford student section is wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and they're hoping their Falcons can win 4 in a row. First quarter, Falcons with the ball, and Caleb Jackson's going to emerge from behind that big offensive line, rumble down the sidelines. Eventually, he was brought down. A few plays later, Ian McKinnon's going to get the ball from 2 yards out, and it's a 7-0 Falcons lead. The Vikings would answer right back. Anders Mitchell back to pass, looking left, looking right, finds Nathan Cox over the middle, and he's going to bull his way into the end zone from 15 yards out. We're tied at 7. Opening kickoff of the second half, and Rakeem Hammock is going to pick up the ball for the Vikings. He's going to head up the sidelines. Look at this. Nobody touches him down the sidelines. Turn on the Jets, young man. 85 yards later, that's a touchdown and a 14-7 Vikings lead. We're tied at 14 in the fourth quarter, and Nathan Cox is going to make a man miss right here. Head down the sidelines, breaking tackles, being drugged down at the 5-yard line. He would score a few plays later. Vikings win 21-14.
Well, it's not tough. I tell our kids all the time, those are the ones you remember. The 49-0s and stuff like that are the ones you forget quickly. Yeah, it's tough, but like I said, it's a great team. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. I'm proud of our guys.
So the Vikings steal a win on the road. They improve to 7-2 on the season. At Southeast Guilford, I'm Chris Peterson, WXII 12 Sports.
Well, it's a win the Vikings and Chris Peterson won't be able to forget. Sitting atop the Metro Conference, Grimsley is in the driver's seat to bring home yet another conference championship. In order to set them up for a potential conference title game next week, a win over rival Page is much needed. Straight to the highlights here with the Whirlies wasting no time in this one. Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel is in Greensboro tonight to see what his commit Faison Brandon is up to, and Brandon is putting on a show, finding Caden Cato in the end zone to extend the lead to 40. Pirates punting the ball away. Kyan Battle will field it near midfield, and he will not be caught, going 60 yards to the house as Grimsley remains unbeaten, winning big 54-7.
Another undefeated team, Northern Guilford, taking the crosstown trip to Western. Nighthawk striking early and often in this one. Jackson Kemp going deep downfield. It's solid coverage, but the ball is placed perfectly. Reggie King Jr. up the sideline, 70 yards to the crib to make it 14-0 Northern straight out the gate. Now Hornets starting deep in their own territory. Kevin Willoughby comes from the blind side with a big time sack. That'll force the Hornets to punt. Ensuing drive, Kemp testing out his range on a Friday night, looking at the catch by King Jr. Again, it's not deja vu, folks. It's all the same as Northern leads by 21. Still in the first, Amari Akers gets a score of his own. It's all Northern Guilford in this one, 49-14 the final.
Well, the band is rocking at Smith Friday night, welcoming in Eastern Guilford, who's unbeaten in conference play. Wildcats on the drive early. Caleb Creech is dominating the ground game, not going down so easily. This moves the chains. Same drive. Javion Majette will fake the handoff and roll out to find Xavier Wilson in the end zone to take a 7-0 lead on the road. Wildcat offense is back on the field yet again. Tyler Whaley Melvin is bouncing off defenders and into the land of six. Eastern wins its sixth straight ball game, 49-8. The final.
Couple scores to take a look at from Friday night. Dudley all over Southern Guilford, 48-0 the final there. And look at this score. North Forsyth staying red hot, 75-0 over Moorhead. We're halfway through another show on a Friday night, but Chanel, still plenty of action still left to go tonight.
Definitely big games ahead, because after the break, we head out west. Can Mount Airy stay unbeaten on the season as they visit Elkin?
Plus, you voted. We unveil our high school playbook play of the week. Don't go anywhere. More high school playbook just ahead.